Hi friends, welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today we have to discuss about one of the most important program in Java is Java program to find out the factorial of a given number using a recursion. Suppose we have to find out the factorial of given number n. Suppose n value is equal to 5. Now we have to find out the factorial of a given number, that is 5, using a recursion, so that we have to write the recursive function. The recursive function is int factorial of int n. So here the factorial is a recursive function. The parameter we are passing for that function is n. Okay. Now the body of the recursive function is if n less than or equal to 1. Suppose n value is less than or equal to 1. That means n value may be negative number, n value may be 0, or n value may be 1. So then the factorial of that number is 1. 0 factorial is 1. 1 factorial is 1. Any negative number we are given, the factorial of that number is also 1. Suppose if n value is greater than 1, so then we have to write the code in else part. So return n into factorial of n minus 1. So this is the recursive function for finding out the factorial of a given number using a recursion. Okay, now we have to trace our. Now in this function, okay, here the function name is factorial. The same function can be called within the body of this function again. Okay, here factorial is there, here factorial is there. Hence we can say that this is a recursive function, a function called by itself within the body of the function, that is called as recursive function. Now first int n is equal to 5. So int factorial of, within the place of n we have to substitute 5. So now we can go to the body of the function. If 5 less than or equal to 1, that is condition is false, then the condition is false, the control goes to the else block. So within the else block, this statement is executed, return n into factorial of n minus 1. Here n value is 5, so factorial of 5 minus 1 is 4. So therefore factorial of 5 is nothing but 5 into factorial of 4. Factorial of 4. Okay. So what is the meaning of this one? 5 into factorial of 5 minus 1, that is 4. Again this recursive function is called with n is equal to 4. Int factorial of 4. So then the control goes to the body of the function. Here if condition is there, if n value is 4, 4 less than or equal to 1, that is false. If the condition is false, then go to the else block. Within the else block, this statement is executed. Return n value is 4. 4 into factorial of 4 minus 1, that is 3. So therefore factorial of 4 is nothing but 4 into factorial of 4 minus 1, that is 3. Okay. Now, so again this function is called int factorial of int n. Now n value is 3. Okay. Now we have to find out the factorial of 3. Factorial of 3. So int factorial of 3. So the control goes to the body of the for loop. If body of the function, if 3 less than or equal to 1, condition false, the control goes to the else block. Within the else block, the statement is executed, return. So n into factorial of n minus 1, that is 3 into factorial of 3 minus 1. 3 minus 1 is 2. Okay. Now this recursive function is called. Now we have to find out factorial of 2. Factorial of 2. Now n value is equal to 2. Int factorial of 2. So the control goes to the body of the function. So if n less than or equal to 1, that means 2 less than or equal to 1, condition false, the control goes to the else block. Within the else block, the statement is executed, return n into factorial of n minus 1. Here n value is 2. 2 into factorial of n minus 1. 2 into factorial of n minus 1. So n minus 1 is nothing but 1. So again, so this statement is executed, factorial of 1. Okay. So here int factorial of 1. Okay. So the control goes to the body of the function. If n less than or equal to 1, n value is 1, 1 less than or equal to 1, condition true. If the condition is true, then the control goes to the if block. Return 1 statement is executed. Return 1 means, so this factorial of 1 is nothing but 1. So 2 into 1, 2 into 1, that is equal to 2. Whenever factorial of 2 value is calculated, this value can be substituted in the place of factorial 2. So then we are getting 3 into, what is the factorial of 2 value? 2. 3 into 2, that is equal to 6. Whenever factorial of 3 is calculated, that value can be substituted in the place of factorial 3. So that is equal to 4 into, what is the factorial of 6? That is a 6. 4 into 6, that is a 24. So once the factorial of 4 is calculated, that value is substituted here. What is the value of factorial 4? 24. So 5 into 24. So that is equal to 120. So in this way, we have to calculate the factorial of 5 by using this recursive function. So now we have to go for program now. So whatever the number given, that for that number we have to find out the factorial. That number can be read from the keyboard by using scanner class. So scanner class is used for reading the input value that are given from the keyboard. Okay. Whatever the number we have to find out the factorial, that number can be read from the keyboard. For that purpose, we have to use scanner class. Scanner class is available in util package, so that we have to import the scanner class from util package. So first import java.util scanner. So what is the meaning of this statement? So scanner class is imported from the util package by using import statement. Now we have to create the class name. Class name is fact. So within the class name, the first letter is a capital letter. Here the first letter is F. F should be a capital letter. Now we have to write the recursive function int factorial of int n. Here n is nothing but we have to find out the factorial of a given number. That number is stored in variable n. Its data type is integer. Now if n less than or equal to 1, so return 1. If n value is less than or equal to 1, we have to factorial of that given number is 1. Next, suppose if the given number is greater than 1, now return factorial of that given number is n into factorial of n minus 1. Now, if the n value is less than or equal to 1, factorial of that given number is 1. If n value is greater than 1, factorial of that given number is n into factorial of n minus 1. Here, the function name is factorial. Here, the same function can be called within the function. Okay, that is called as a recursion. So this function is called as a recursive function. The same function name is called within the body of the function. Then it can be called as a recursive function. Okay. Now here the function is closed. Then we have to write the main method. Public static void main string argument. So this is the main method. Every Java program execution starts with main method. Okay, here string is a class, so that the first letter should be a capital letter. Okay. Next, we have to create one object for scanner class. Scanner sc is equal to new scanner system.in. Here system.in is used for reading the input from the keyboard. So scanner system.in is nothing but constructor. New operator is used for allocating the memory for the object sc. Here sc is the nothing but object reference. Scanner is a class. Now system dot out dot println enter n value. So this n value is read from the keyboard. So here int n is equal to sc dot next int. So whatever the value that are given from the keyboard, that can be taken as string value, string data type value. Okay, that can be converted into integer by using next int method. This next int method is available in scanner class. Once we are converting the string data type value into integer data type value, that value can be assigned to the variable n. Okay. Now I am taking one more variable, that is a result variable. Int result is equal to, we are calling the function factorial of n. Okay, so this is the calling function. Okay, now we have to print out the result. System dot out dot println is factorial of given number is plus result. So the result is stored in result variable. Okay, now main method is closed. Next class is closed. Okay, so first we have to enter n value from the keyboard. For that purpose, we have to use scanner class. We have to create the object for the scanner class is SC. So by using this object, we have to call next int method. This method is used for converting the whatever the value that are given from the keyboard. That value can be taken as a string value. That string value can be converted into integer value by using next int method. This method is available in scanner class. To call this method, we have to use object dot next int method. Object is sc dot next int method. So after converting, this value can be assigned to the variable n. Its data type is int. Now we have to call this function factorial of n. Once we are calling this function, the control goes to the called function here int factorial of int n. So once after executing this recursive function, whatever the value we are getting, that value can be assigned to the variable called result. Its data type is int. Okay, so how we are calculated, that can be explained already previously. Okay, so in this way we have to calculate. After that, that result value is printed. Okay, so this is the Java program to find out the factorial of a given number using a recursion. Now we have to execute our program. First save as. Now I am writing fact.java. Here the class name is fact, so that fact.java. The file name is already exist. They can be asked replace. Do you want to replace it? Yes. Okay. Now we have to compile. So javac fact.java. Now here non-static method factorial of int cannot be referenced from a static constant. Okay. Here why we are using this static. So I am telling the reason. Here the reason is, first we have to calculate the factorial of 1. Okay, once we are calculating the factorial of 1, that result is stored. Okay, next we have to calculate the factorial of 2. We have to use the result of factorial of 1. Now we have to calculate the factorial of 3. We have to use the factorial of 2 result. Now we have to calculate the factorial of 4. We have to use the factorial of 3. Now we have to calculate the factorial of 5. We have to use the factorial of 4. For that purpose, we have to use static keyword before the function name. Static int factorial of int. Okay, so this keyword is used for storing the previous iteration result value. Okay, that previous iteration result value can be used for the next iteration value. Okay, so for that purpose we have to use static method. Now we have to save the program. Now we have to compile the program. javac fact.java. So the program is successfully compiled. So then run the Java program, Java fact. So enter n value. I am giving n value is 5. So factorial of given number is 120. 5 factorial is 120. Now again we have to run the program. Enter n value. I am given 7. So factorial of given number 7 is 5040. Okay. So this is the program. Now again we have to run the program. Enter n value 10. So factorial of 10 is 36,28,800. So in this way we have to execute the factorial of a given number using a recursion. So this is very important program. So this is the program. So please observe carefully and also please observe the logic. It is very important. Okay, so thank you one and all for watching this video. If you like this video, please click on the like button and click on the bell icon to get the future updates in my YouTube channel. After subscribing my YouTube channel, Divvela Srinivasa Rao. If you have any doubts, please put your doubts in the comment section. I will clarify your doubts. Thank you one and all for watching this video.